Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Really glad to be back with you. I'm really glad to feel like I can be back with you. So I want to talk a little bit about why I've been absent for a while. I have been having severe depression. That is something I have a long history with. In fact, since I was about the age of 11 or 12, I've had clinical severe depression. And I've done many things to try to fight that naturally. I've tried exercise, and I've tried thinking good thoughts. I've tried being involved with other people. And I'll be honest with you, I've learned to put on a great mask to look like I'm happy. So many years ago, many years ago, about 25, I finally was able to get an antidepressant that did greatly improve these symptoms and keep the extreme lows from being so extreme. So I can honestly say that the majority of the time, I do pretty good now. But the last year, I've had a lot of situational things that have happened. I have lost several friends. Then my husband, who hadn't lived with me in 7.5 years, but who I still loved very much, and I know he loved me, moved to Alaska. And that's where he wanted to live. Now, he never asked me if I wanted to move there. So he was just happy. He lived with my youngest son and his wife and their 2 kids. And he was happy. But I really felt like the last couple years, 3 years maybe, him and I got closer in many ways. So it's still very hard to talk about. He would come home. I would usually fly him home. And even once I got to go up there. And though when I went up there, I only got to stay about a week. When he would come down, he'd stay about a month. And that was really nice. He'd say he really only wanted 3 weeks. And I'd say, well, I booked you for a month. So we enjoyed that. We'd get to do things together, be lighthearted, which was something we hadn't got to do a lot, or hadn't done a lot in many years. And I was really looking forward to seeing him, as I've said before, this summer. But then he decided that in the fall would be better to come. Then just a week after his birthday, he had a heart attack. And I'm a long ways from him. And so he was life flighted, and they put in a couple stents and stuff, and it just seemed like everything was going really well. He sounded really well. He was positive, making all the life changes. I was really happy about that. And then a week later, he died suddenly in his sleep. Now, I will say, for him, I am glad, if he had to go, that he went that way. Had a wonderful night with the kids and grandkids. The night before, they'd had a great meal. They all went to bed happy. And he just didn't wake up. That's a great way to go. For him, it's gentle. But for us, it was hard. It was sudden. It was shocking. And it was final. So those things have been hard. Nobody likes to say goodbye. Well, not usually anyhow. And I didn't want to Donnie or to my friends. And I have another friend now that's in the hospital, and she's actually, I just moved her to a nursing home. And she's not well at all. And I love her too. She's like a sister to me. So these things have been difficult. There have been some other personal things that have went on, but I just didn't handle them very well. And I miss my other kids, my 2 younger sons and their wives, and I miss seeing my grandchildren, the ones that are so far away that I hardly ever get to see them, and the ones that are here close, that school and activities have kept them busy, and then sicknesses and other things have kept them, or either they couldn't come or I couldn't have them. And so I've missed them greatly. That's what's been going on that has been hard. And I haven't been able to get out and get any exercise. Well, I mean, I could go for a walk, but I got to be honest. I was tracked along the road here when I was on a walk 2 or 3 years ago by a cougar. And they purr. Who knew? And I really just don't want to walk through here anymore. But next month I'm joining the Y, and I'm going to go do some exercise classes. And I'm hoping that between the exercise and more socialization, that will help. Now, as a woman of faith, I've had many people address my problem. Some have said, well, if you really believed, you could ask God and he would just heal you of this. I've asked, and I didn't get that healing. People have said, if you just exercise enough, it'll go away. It does help, but it doesn't go away. If I would just pour my life into other people's lives, show interest with them, that would take away my depression. And I love to do that. And I try to do that. But that doesn't take it away either. None of these things completely have taken it away. And I now don't know if I'll ever be freed of this in this life. But I know I will be free of it in the next. Because in the scripture it says, in the new life, if we've loved Jesus and accepted him, that there will be no tears and no death and no sorrow. That sounds pretty good to me. So I'm looking forward to that. but I'm not giving up on making this lifetime better. So, gonna do some things. Gonna keep pouring my life to other people's lives because I really do care about them. I'm gonna keep just working. If you have some suggestions, leave me a suggestion. Maybe it will help. If you are going through this and would like me to pray for you, leave me a comment. I would gladly pray for you. Gladly. Well, this next month is going to be an exciting one, I think. I'm going to begin sowing some seeds for next year's garden. You know, tomato seeds and maybe some peppers, those type of things that take a long time. Finally going to get my garlic into the garden. Boy, have I procrastinated on that. And maybe at the end of January, I can plant things like lettuces out in the garden. In February, mid-February, late February, maybe I can get some cabbages in. Like I said, I'm really enjoying it. Building the compost pile, of course. Some of the pepper plants that I brought in are still doing okay. Some of them look pretty sad, but whatever I don't have to buy is going to be a bonus. Plus, they're going to be much bigger and hopefully stronger than the new little ones. Anyhow, those are some of my plans for this next year. I am thankful for each one of you that have joined me, and I'd like to continue in the following year. Please, if you have any suggestions of topics or things you would like me to show you that are in my life, let me know. Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and in the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. Good night. God bless you.